Hi, boys and girls. I'm sorry about the mix-up yesterday with the writing assignment. It seems as though the writing assignment showed up as math. So I'm sorry about that. I hope that I fixed it, but in case you missed it and you didn't get a chance to see the writing from yesterday, that's okay. I'll just quickly review what we talked about, and then we can get started with today's work. So yesterday we were talking about different ideas we could have for writing a story. And we were going to think of something that has happened to you that you could write about. We made a list yesterday of things that you might have an idea to write about, and I'll just tell you about those things right now. Yesterday we wrote about something that happened in our kindergarten classroom, and when you voted for what we should write about, it turned out to be about the piggies coming to visit us. And we quickly wrote a story together about that. The story went like this. The day the pigs came. Addie's mom brought baby pigs to school. We took turns holding the baby pigs. We held them with a towel. They were very cute. So in this story, we wrote a title which tells the reader what our story will be about. Our title was The Day the Pigs Came. And then we had to say about 3 things that happened so that it really is a story. We talked about them coming, how we held them, and how we used a towel. Your work yesterday was to think of something that you could write a story about. Here were some ideas. Visiting a relative like a cousin or grandma and grandpa, playing with a friend, making something special, going somewhere special, getting something new, losing something special. Or maybe you would write about a time when you won or lost a game. I know a lot of you play t-ball or soccer. You could talk about an exciting game you were a part of. Or you might write about celebrating a holiday, like Christmas or Easter that we just had a little while ago, or your birthday. You could write about somebody else's birthday. Maybe you went to a really fun party. So your job today will be to think of something you could write a story about. When you have that idea, we're going to do the first part of writing a story. I'll need you to find the packet that I gave you. Yours doesn't have a picture on it, but it would look like this. It has staples on the side because there are more than one page in this book. And this just happens to be the cover. Find this book. If you need to pause our video, you can do that and then go get it with a pencil and come back. Okay, boys and girls, in your booklet you'll see the word by. This is where you're going to write your name because you are the author of this story. So my story was written by me, so it says by Mrs. Nowak. So write your name the best you can on the bottom line. Now, do you have your idea for what your story will be about? That's good, because you'll need that. If you don't know what your story is about, pause this video and get a good idea so that you can keep going with us. Now, I thought of a time that my family went to a cabin. My story will be about going to a cabin last summer. First, I need to remember what happened at the cabin. So let's see. I paddled on a kayak around the lake. That was fun. What else? I went fishing with my family on a boat. We also had a campfire at night and roasted marshmallows. I can tell about those things in my story. Before we write any more, I'm going to think about a cover for my book. So I was going to draw the cabin where we stayed. Here's a boat by the lake. And it was summer, so it was a nice sunny day. Now don't draw your picture yet. You'll have time to do that, but the next thing I want you to do is to think about a title. The title of the story tells the reader what the story is going to be about. At the top, I have some lines that are blank. This is where we're going to write our title. Since my story is about going to the cabin, I think a good title for my story will be to say, At the Cabin. So I'm going to write those words right now. A title is kind of like a name, so it needs to have an uppercase letter. At, and the is a small word in the title, so it doesn't need to have a capital letter. Cabin is pretty important to my story, so it's going to be like a name. K-A-B-I-N. That's a word that you could write. We just sounded out every single letter. Here's my title to my story. This is my cover. And in this middle space is where I wrote a picture that will tell my reader what my story is going to be about. If you write about a birthday party, would you have a picture of a cabin on the front? No. You might have balloons, or a birthday cake, or a special present written on the front. So your job today is to think about what you can write about, and then finish your cover to your book. Write your name. Think of a title to write at the top. And then draw your picture the best you can. Please use crayon and color a very nice picture. Don't just use all purple and make a scribble. Take your time to draw a picture that will show your reader what your story will be about. Tomorrow we're going to work on the next page. I can't wait to see these stories. They're going to take some time to do, but it will be worth it, and it will be fun to read those stories to somebody in your family, and I can't wait to see them when you give me your work. All right, boys and girls, good luck. I hope this video works for you, and I can't wait to see what your stories are about. Goodbye.